Let's check in now with the pros at CME Group for a look at how they are handling the latest market movers.
Welcome to Market Movers. I'm Jim Uriel with Scott Martin.
Hi, Jim.
So we're on the cusp of another earnings season. Okay, is earnings a big enough deal to take the spotlight away from the trade talks?
Probably not, at least for right now, Jim, with respect to just earnings getting going and really, depending on the numbers, obviously, we get, that could change things. But to me, it's still trade talks and certainly the Fed, too, my friend, which looms large at the end of the month.
Okay, when we talk about earnings, we talk about two things. We talk about Tech Week and the little brother of Bank Week. This time, it's basically Bank Day, in my opinion. On October 15th, Citibank, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs all report. Thoughts?
Yeah, get the cotton candy and popcorn out, I guess. This may actually finally be the quarter when banks could deliver. Yes, I know interest rates maybe not as favorable, but volatility has been high, so you might see some good trading volumes, some good trading revenues out of these banks finally. Net interest margin, maybe not so great.
Okay, now before we dive into our trade discussion, I'd like to point out that these are examples, not recommendations or advice. When we price these out, the S&P E-mini was trading about 29.36. Scott?
29.36, give or take, I don't know, 5 or 10 points,
Yeah,
give
right.
it a minute.
Yeah,
I mean,
every
gosh,
minute.
Jim, there has been some wild volatility in the last, say, few days, which certainly I think really points out to some neat examples that are out there, Jim, one of which I will give you right now, if you would like, since you asked, which is, as an example, Jim, buying the week, end of month, October 31st, 29.75, 3,000 call spread for 11 ticks in the ES Mini, okay? This trade is going to cost me $550 to put on to make a potential $700. However, Jim, because it's an end of the month trade, I don't really feel like paying for this thing. It expires on October 31st, which is a spooky day because that's Halloween. I'm going to pay for that, Jim. Straight up pay for it by selling an end of the month call, 30.25 in the ES, my friend, for 11 ticks or $550, and basically take my net cost of the trade down to zero, but risk being long the market, or short the market rather, if the call gets executed at 30.25, if we blow through there, but still having that call spread on, if thinking that we may thread that needle by the end of the month.
I like those kind of trades, and I do those kind of trades. The only thing I think about with this is risking being short at 30.25, which that's your risk, as we've underlined. If we come in one morning and the trade deal's done, all of a sudden it could be blown through there. That's I would probably do it a call spread, but I'm not opposed to what you're doing.
Right, and if it does that, and that's why I mentioned this is definitely an expression that if you put it on, you need to manage this one because you're looking at really threading the needle here. But it is a nice way to express yourself somewhat bullishly with that line in the sand at 30.25, which I don't believe we're going to breach.
Okay, now I'm going to address it from a bull side as well. And the 29.45 in the E-mini micros, I have my stop set right now, which is about almost 9 ticks above where the market is right now. If it trades 29.45, I'm going to stop myself in with a micro with a target of 30.05 on the upside and a stop placed below 29.10. That risks $175 to make a potential 300. Thoughts?
I like the levels very much. I mean, I think you got it right on the bottom side. Yeah, I think give or take on the top side, 30.05 I think was your top end there. I would extend a little bit maybe higher if it were me because, again, I believe that 30.25 level is a major resistant point. But either way, I agree with you. I think that's a great range to put in.
In the last couple quarters in earnings season, we've seen people use the micros as a hedge against long position. Perhaps like if you're long Bank of America and Goldman Sachs, like I am,
right.
We see people who sell micros going into the binary thing like earnings. Good strategy?
I think it's great. I think that's exactly what the micros are for. I mean, and we've talked about this on Market Movers many times, which is micros really allow you to take that position and layer in at different levels with a little bit less capital commitment. Last night was a perfect example of some ones that were put on for myself that with respect to all the volatility that's out there, take advantage of it using the micros.
Thanks for joining us on Market Movers. I'm Jim Uriel, where we are helping to make you a better trader.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.